Hello, thank you for joining me. This is Crow Indigo Tarot, and it's been a while since I've been here. I've missed all of you so much. I have mentioned in some of my previous videos, but perhaps not in all of the signs, that this is something I do for enjoyment, that this is something that I do because I feel called to do it, and I feel like there are messages I'm meant to be passing through to all of you. But in my day-to-day, my normal, day job, if you will, I'm a lawyer. And this time of year is particularly busy for the type of law that I work in. So I haven't had much time. In addition to that, we've had some very challenging planetary energies going on. Today, the new moon, recording this on Saturday, and the new moon is definitely a good one for us. And Mars is direct, still a bit in the shadow, but we're getting there, and the energy is starting to come back, and that I can feel. And I'm hoping, very much hoping, that these recordings can come back as a more regular thing. Pardon me. So, today I'm going to do one reading for all signs, and I will timestamp to the best of my ability where your particular sign's reading starts. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can, of course. Just skip to yours. I hope that you're all well, and I hope that you're having a good weekend. This is a general reading, okay? This is a general reading, and I'm going to start with Scorpio. And I do want to say, it may not resonate for all of you. This is just, I feel called to sit down and do a quick reading for all signs for the new moon. And hopefully there's something of value in here for all of you. Something that speaks to you that you can take with you into your day or evening and find some wisdom in it that helps you understand your life better, helps you understand your thinking better. Let's see what we have for Scorpio. High Priestess, Emperor, and the Tower. Pretty intense energy, but one would expect that for Scorpio, especially in your season. And I think that what I'm sensing, because I do read intuitively, so when I give you my interpretations of these polls, sometimes it's about traditionally understood meanings for these cards, but a lot of times it's about what I'm sensing, what I'm picking up. And what I'm really hearing strongly now is listen to your gut, listen to yourself, your inner wisdom, your knowing. Things are getting rocky right now. I think overall we are turning a corner energetically. We are improving. Things are changing in a positive way, but it may not initially look like that. And because of that, you may need to be quite strong in the weeks ahead. But that isn't to scare you, because you have everything you need. You have a sense of confidence and a sense of control, and you have an inner voice that is there for you, Scorpio, that will bring you through any challenge that may appear. Let's take 3 more cards for Scorpio. To clarify, please, Spirit, some guidance for Scorpio, what they need to know at this new moon about these challenges, about their inner strength, about their leadership ability, their intuition. There's so much strength in this reading for you. You are such a strong person. I can feel that. Ten of Pentacles, the Devil. There's a lot of major arcana, pretty intense stuff going on right now for you, I think. Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, for me as a reader, is quite a good thing, though the imagery in this particular deck, the Linestrider deck, it disturbs me each time I see it. The Seven of Cups, for me, tells me that you've got some choices, that it's starting to become more obvious to you that you have different paths you can take from this point forward. Your life can fundamentally change now, but that's up to you. You can look now at various ways forward and make your own choices. The Devil, the Ten of Pentacles. There is something about breaking free, There's something that is constricting you in a way. And it has to do with this tower in December, I think. This, the devil, the Capricorn energy of the devil, the Capricorn season is coming, and there's a feeling there of, yeah, that you're breaking free from something now, and it's moving you toward a very good place. The Ten of Pentacles is a fantastic energy. It's not really needing to be concerned about your material existence any further, that you have enough around you resource-wise to make things okay, to free your mind from having to think about that on a day-to-day basis. So maybe some of you have been struggling with money, with money issues, with debts coming due. You're going to start now to see some positive changes there, but it could be a bit jarring on the way to that positive outcome. Let's take a look at Sagittarius. We are at 6:11. Pardon me. A little bit phlegmy at the moment, I guess. Sagittarius, what do we have for you? Spirit, what do we have for Sagittarius at this new moon? At this Mars direct? Returning of energy, returning of focus, forward motion. What do we have for Sagittarius? Oh, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords. These are really good cards, Sagittarius. There's a sense of stability here. It's like you, I get the sense you've wanted a connection with someone. You've wanted them to come toward you. You've been trying in your way to give signal that you're open and you're receptive to a connection with someone. And you're just sort of tentatively trying to learn the truth of the situation. So perhaps you're putting out signs to this person that you're interested in getting to know them better, and in the meantime you're trying in earnest to learn more about this person, about the situation with this person. Are they interested in coming toward you or not? And I feel like you're in this really good space for exploring a new connection, because everything else in your life, for the most part, is more stable than it has been in the past. And that's sort of nice, nice energy that you find yourself in. Let's take 3 more cards for Sagittarius. 3 clarifying cards for Sagittarius with regard to the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords. We got 8 of Wands, King of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Very nice energy. Very nice energy. The 8 of Wands indicates to me that things are going to change relatively quickly after being stagnant for a while. You know, no real progress was made there for some time. King of Swords, it's striking me as a person coming forward with their truth, being really direct with you, not hiding anything from you. And that 6 of Pentacles is this gorgeous, gorgeous, generous energy. You have something to share, and more than enough of something, and you're in a space where you're ready to share that. I don't know if this is romantic or not, but it feels like a really nice connection is about to be born with someone, and it's quite a meaningful one where you're both helping the other. And yeah, it seems really, really sweet, really sincere is what's coming through there for me. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. Let's see what we have for Capricorn. Capricorn. 1 second. Let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. Capricorn, let's see what we have for you. What do I got for Capricorn? That one. You're starting to master your emotions, but how do I say this? Some days it feels like you're in control of your reactions to situations, and that it's not that you're not feeling anything, but you're managing those feelings. And then other days it feels like you are aloof and disconnected from your emotional self. And that's how it feels internally for you. So I don't know how it appears on the outside, but from your perspective, it feels like one day you feel you've made some significant progress in managing your emotions, in understanding your mind and your reactions, and how what you feel doesn't necessarily need to be translated into an action. It can be felt, and it could also just be thought about instead of felt, which never leads to anywhere good. So it's good. You're making progress. You're feeling your feelings. You're not letting them control you quite so much. But there's part of you that feels like you're still stuck. You're still trapped in this endless looping cycle of thinking you've made progress and then having moments of self-doubt where you feel like you've made no progress at all. And what you really want is to look forward. You're tired of going around in this circle. You're tired of feeling like you've made progress one day and then feeling like you're back at square one the next. Let's see if we have further guidance from Spirit for Capricorn. Some clarifying cards for the Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, King of Cups. All right. The Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, and the World. There is completion coming for you. There is some, I don't think that we ever get to this, well, very few of us on this planet get to this ultimate understanding and nirvana. But there is, in this World card, I'm sensing that you're going to find a way to break out of that cyclical space that you feel stuck in. There's potentially some friction involved in that change between you and someone else. It's possible that you've been stuck in this cycle because you're trying to be considerate of somebody else, or you're trying to take another person into account as you're making these really personal choices about your growth and your emotional stability. And there's going to be some tension there. There may not be a situation where you get to break out of that Eight of Swords without causing some friction with somebody else in your life. It's likely to be the case. But you are tenacious, you are standing your ground, and you are able to fight the fights you need to fight. That's saying fight a lot. I don't mean to be making it sound like it's going to be angry or super contentious. I just think there will be some friction because people are used to you being the way you are, and you want something more for yourself. You want that cycle to end. You want to move on to the next challenge, the next lesson that life has for you, that this go-around is going to give you. And that may require you to defend your position. Because oftentimes people get used to us being who we have been, and it's uncomfortable for them when we start to change, because maybe they also want to change and they're not feeling like they can And so it's a bit threatening when you start to do what they're unable to do for themselves. Also, it could be terribly convenient for them that you take care of them, that you do all of the emotional caretaking that you do, and they may not want that to change. So, Capricorn, that's for you. And now, let's see, Aquarius, we'll call it 1526. Let's see what we have for Aquarius. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you've been able to stay healthy, you and your people that you care about in your life. I hope that you have steady work. That's my wish for you, that you have enough resources to meet your needs, that you're not too awfully lonely during this time. I know some people are very isolated and it can be difficult. Aquarius, what do we have here for you today? Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Wands. There's something that you feel quite passionate about, and you feel like there's a change coming toward you. Whatever it is that you long for, that you've been calling out to the world for, you sense now that it is also seeking you, that it is also trying to reach you, trying to come into your life. This could be a relationship. It could equally be a project or a role, a connection, an endeavor, some sort of job or practice that you would like to give more of your life to. And you feel it. You can feel at a time, no other time before now has it felt so real that what you want is actually what wants you. And that's good. But there are still a lot of questions. You feel like there is this constant uphill battle of a sort to get where you want to go and to make your life, make space in your life, I guess is what I'm hearing, to make space in your life for what it is that you long for. Because there are two parts of you. And you know, Aquarius, it's not a dual sign standardly, but that's very much what I'm feeling. So possibly you have some Gemini in your chart or some Pisces in your chart. I'm also hearing even possibly Libra in your chart. But there are two parts of you. There's like the very practical, domesticated part of you that wants to do what others expect of you. And then there's the much stronger, growing stronger every day part of you that realizes this passion won't be denied. This is what you need to do and be. And it wants you. This pursuit is just, it's almost fated that you're meant to do this thing, move in this direction. And so the wilder part of you, the part that listens to your intuition, the part that is, you know, in touch with that moon energy, doesn't have all the answers, can't see clearly where things are going, but you know this is what you're meant to be doing, and you will fight as long as you need to fight to get there. Let's have some clarifying cards for Aquarius, please, for the Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Wands. Spirit, what do you have for Aquarius? The World. Sense of completion. We have the Moon again. The Moon, to clarify the Moon. Lots of questions. And Chariot. This, for me, as a reader, the Chariot is always about forward motion, or possibly backward motion, but it's positive. It's you being in control of the light and the dark, of the seen and the hidden within yourself, and being able to harness that energy of both sides of you. Just like we were talking about the duality with the Moon, the domesticated and the wild. That sense that you are now taking control of the direction of the motion of your life and the speed at which you move, that you are now going to be going toward that passion, going toward that new place, that new profession, the new person, the new endeavor, whatever it is. There's that new energy, and it wants you. It wants you very much. It wants to come into your life, and you now are making that choice. You're taking the reins on the wild and the domesticated, and you're moving yourself in the right direction, even though you don't have all the answers yet, even though there are still some things that are hidden. It's a very positive thing. You're moving toward a completion. You're moving out of a static place of waiting into a place of action. Quite nice, Aquarius. Pisces, say 2047. Let's see what we have for Pisces. I'm hoping that my subscribers will all see this and that you'll give me some feedback. Let me know how you're doing. I've missed you. Like I said before, really, the energies have been so bizarre, and work has been so busy. It's been hard. And I think of all of you, and I feel quite bad sometimes that I can't get it together and get some readings recorded and posted. But to everything its season, right? And I think it does feel energetically like things are shifting a bit. So perhaps we'll be able to come back to this. All right, well, there's a lot of new energy here. There's a big shakeup, it looks like, Pisces. You've got a pretty significant shift happening, something that you're not in control of. Perhaps a little shocking, not necessarily bad, but it does shake things up. It does rattle the foundation of what you've built your life around to some extent, in some way. It is accompanied here by a Page of Swords and a Page of Cups. So these are fresh, new energies. This is sort of a pure inquiry, wanting knowledge, wanting to understand emotion, wanting to get in touch with your creativity. There's this aspect of the Page of Cups that can speak to new love, fresh new love. I often feel it's more like the love for a child or a puppy or a kitten, maybe some sort of adopted animal, or an adopted person. So maybe not officially adopted, but you know, somebody comes into your life and you're just taking care of them. You're sort of an unconditional love, not necessarily lustful or romantic even, but just pure love, caring and compassion, and learning about what that means to you. The Page of Swords is like a student energy, learning new things. It can also be starting to uncover truths that are important but are new, and you're learning about them and you're trying to understand what they mean to your world. Let's see what we have for clarifying cards for Pisces for the Page of Swords, the Tower, and the Page of Cups. Clarifying cards, Spirit, please, for Pisces. Do you have any? Oh, there's one. We have the Moon, Three of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a fresh new beginning of some sort, some new job offer coming your way, or a new opportunity to study something new or move into a new profession, possibly with that Page of Swords energy. It could be a new perspective. The truth that you're learning now in your life is shifting how you see things, and it's opening up your mind to new possibilities that you maybe didn't see before. That yellow is standing out to me there in this card, the yellow flowers at the solar plexus chakra, the yellow energy of creativity coming through there, that feeling that what you're learning now, as I said, it's really opening your mind to a new possibility, and that new possibility is something that enriches you, so either financially or possibly taking you further on your soul's journey, making you feel more secure materially in some way. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration and time with friends, of close relationship and community, and celebrating with your community. In this deck, the Linestrider deck, you know, she speaks about this as the party animals, which is quite funny because they are a bunch of animals with party hats on, if you can see. Very cute. So what is that with the Tower? This feeling that things are shifting in your connections with other people, with your friend group. Maybe it's expanding. Maybe there's going to be reason for celebration within your group of friends, and yet it's quite a disruptive shift. I kind of get the feeling, you know, like a big life event, and there's a lot of celebration around it. Not necessarily in your life, more in one of your friends' lives. The Moon on the Page of Cups, it's not so clear, perhaps, about this unconditional love, about this feeling of innocent connection and affection. It seems that there may be, how does it feel? The Moon comes through really strongly here to me with that imagery of the domesticated dog and the wild wolf. And I think that whatever this connection is, whatever this romantic or non-romantic feeling, most of the time in the Page of Cups, I don't sense it to be romantic, but it could be, because that is coming out as well, that there's something about that experience of that feeling for you that has you considering your life path in some way, that makes you wonder about love and whether it is meant to be, you know, the really comfortable old sweater or the red Ferrari. And I hope that makes sense to some of you, because that's what it's coming through as. It's like, is it better? What is love? Is the big question that's coming through there. What is this love? This innocent, connected, compassionate feeling. It could go in either direction. It could become this very staid, predictable, comfortable, comforting bond between two people, or it can be something very wild and intense and take you beyond your domesticated state. I guess that's what I have for you, Pisces. I think that's what I'm sensing there. Let's see now who Aries, what, I should say, not who, but maybe that's telling, what Aries has in store. We'll call it 2829. And let's see. Aries. Those of you in the U.S., you know, we have Thanksgiving coming up soon. I tend to be a bit of an empath and feeling so much heavy energy right now. There's so much sadness, the people that can't be together with their families. I wonder if there's a way for all the people that can't be with their families to somehow walk in their neighborhood, see their neighbors, the people that they don't generally tend to talk to, even now, not so much. I don't know, just collectively there is this sadness, and I think Aries is such an energy of doing and being, and with Mars going direct, I think you're, as a sign, going to start feeling quite a bit better if you've been struggling at all. But let's see what the cards have here for you. Ten of Pentacles, High Priestess, Five of Cups. There is a sense of loss or regret about having to move on from something, but You see, you end up here with this Ten of Pentacles, this beautiful energy, contentment, comfort, stability. It's a feeling of solidity, security. And I think intuitively you know you're moving in that direction. Although right now, and in the recent past, you've been really taken with these feelings of loss. I can feel kind of a heaviness in my chest. It's making me a little emotional right now. That feeling of what has been lost and what has been left behind. But you know that it's getting better. You can feel that. You know that the path forward requires you to listen more to that inner voice and not try to push, not try to force action. I think with this this new moon, you'll start to feel that things are freeing up, that things are starting to move again. But I don't think it's all over. I don't think it's done. But I think that things are starting to move in the right place. Spirit, what do we have for clarifying for Aries for the High Priestess? Ten of Pentacles. High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles. So we have the Page of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Pisces had a couple of those too. I think it was Pisces. So that Five of Cups, sense of loss, regret, maybe, is clarified by the Page of Swords, and that is telling me that there's some curiosity, fresh inquiry, kind of a feeling that you want to explore something a little bit more deeply and understand it. And that in that understanding, you find the path forward. This card always jumps out at me, all the little letters in the wind. The Page of Swords can speak to messages coming from afar. Letters, notes. There's something coming to you that helps you learn what needs to be learned to get you out of this kind of this funk, I guess we'll call it that. This deep kind of sadness about the loss. The Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, a fresh new job maybe, or a new hobby, some new pursuit that brings you money, that brings you stability. And you're moving then into that Ten of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups is a celebration energy, partying with your friends, kind of. I think that there may be something here. There's some sort of new work situation happening here that has a better salary, that has a better feeling of community for you, that maybe you haven't had in a while, a sense that you were with your coworkers and you're all in this together, kind of feeling that you sometimes get in a workplace. Many of us, of course, haven't been able to be in the workplace with our coworkers. We've been working from home. And I'm not thinking that that's necessarily the physical thing is changing right now, but you're somehow moving into a space where there's new opportunity and there's a sense of being in community with other people, which is really nice. It's nice to see that for you. Let's see. Let's go on now to Taurus. And we'll call it 3421. Sorry, I keep giving you the times, but I want to timestamp this, and if I don't write them down now, I'm going to be lost. I'll have to go through the entire reading again. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have for you. For this new moon energy, Mars direct energy. I'm kind of getting the sense you're pretty happy where you're at. You might be a little bit lonely, but you're quite comfortable and you don't really mind isolation. of the present situation. Yeah. So that Nine of Pentacles is telling me you're pretty self-sufficient. You're quite secure actually where you are. You've got a comfortable situation. You've got the money that you need, and you know that you'll be okay. You've got the resources you need to get through. In fact, you're really happy. There's a joy in the Sun card here, and you're in control. That Chariot card tells me you know which direction you're going, and you know that you can get where you want to go. You know, she looks quite secure there on her motorcycle. For me, the Chariot is always speaking to kind of mastering the light and the dark within yourself, taking the reins on both and moving them in the direction you want to go, not being at the whim of someone else to decide your path. So there's a really strong, beautiful, independent energy about the Taurus reading right now. I don't know what's shifted, but there's some change, and you feel like more confidence, I think, in your ability to be on your own. Let's see what we have for clarifying cards for Taurus. Spirit and clarifying cards for Taurus, the Nine of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Chariot. We had the Four of Pentacles coming out, the Star, Death. So, Four of Pentacles tells me that you're really good with your money. You're really good at, you may not have all the money in the world, but you're really good at managing what you do have. You may be a little bit conservative about your spending right now, but that's okay. There's no harm in that. The Star, there's something about the joy you're feeling right now that's really healing you. Whatever you've been through recently, in the past few years, there's a sense that the joy that's in your life now, day to day, is really giving you faith again in your future. It's restoring something in you that was depleted. And then the Death card coming out with the Chariot, you're making moves and that's changing your life. The direction, taking reins here and making the choices, it's signaling the end of something, but not just the end. The Death card is a card that shows you a new beginning. Something must end so that a new can come. A great shift and a really positive new is on its way, but you must end something to get there. So I think that's going to be different for each of you, but there's really a beautiful energy around this Taurus reading. You know, you in your confidence, in your power, taking care of yourself and making your choices, and really loving it, really loving your independence. It's beautiful. Let's take a look now at Gemini. Give these a shuffle. And we'll call Gemini for, I don't know, probably 38. See what we have for Gemini. Gemini. I think this time has been really pivotal for many Gemini people. I think it's really led to some soul searching and some really positive shifts in your search for meaning in your life and in your understanding of yourself and what you want. I kind of just feel like Gemini is such a social sign, and the isolation we've all been going through recently in this year has been not exactly a crisis, but a sort of cathartic moment where, you know, what some people in the South might say, a come to Jesus moment, where you really kind of look at your life and you decide to not give your power away anymore, I think is what I'm sensing. you're really getting in touch with that voice inside. That the High Priestess card is saying you're paying attention to your inner voice. You're paying attention to your feelings, which isn't something maybe that you make time for that often, but now you are. The Seven of Pentacles is showing that you know you have options, and you're kind of nurturing, tending to various possible paths forward for yourself. The Seven of Pentacles traditionally is this sense of you've invested, you're watching it grow, it's not time to harvest yet, and that can be frustrating. There can be a little bit of a sense of irritation that things are taking so long. But today it's coming through with this feeling of almost a seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups kind of vibe going on there for me in this today, that you are looking at what you've invested in, looking at the things that are not quite ready to harvest, and there are a variety of options, not just financial investments, but emotional investments, and which one are you going to choose? Excuse me. I'm terribly sorry to burp. I had a delicious Indian dinner, and I guess, anyway. The World. This is a culmination. It's a completion. It's a positive thing. Something is coming round full circle. Something is coming to fruition in a way that is positive and good for you. So, pretty good cards here for you, Gemini. Let's get some clarifying cards if we can, Spirit, for Gemini. For the World, Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess. What is it that has been filling your thoughts lately? What is it that has been making you wonder and making you restless, I guess, is what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing here. So that Five of Wands on the World, Nine of Wands for the High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles for the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles is telling me these things you're watching, you're investing, you're waiting, you're watching, you're trying to decide which one is the best bet. There is something of profound value in that. There is a huge opportunity in there somewhere. And a color yellow there is jumping out at me. There's something that really sparks your creativity, something that really makes you feel alive in this set of options. And you've fought, this is telling me, this Nine of Wands tells me that you've been fighting that inner voice for a really long time. And you're not ready to give up yet. You're not ready to listen to what your intuition is telling you. I don't know what that is, and obviously it's going to be different for each of you, and this is a general reading, but if that resonates for you, where are you fighting yourself? Where are you staunchly entrenched against your inner voice? Think about that one, because that's really important. This culmination is coming. It's a good thing. It's a very positive thing. It's going to cause some tension. Whatever it is good and right, but not everyone in your life is going to like it. And there's going to be that friction there, but that's not always a bad thing to have friction. Sometimes that helps us define our position better when there is somebody pushing against it. I think that's what I have for you, Gemini. Hope that's helpful. Let's take a look at Cancer next. And we'll say Cancer is at 4433. Cancer. How are you doing? It is a really intense emotional time, Cancer. And I think the water signs are having the worst of it. Not personally, but just the sort of picking up other people's emotions. The water tends to transmute and transmit, and everything moves through it. You feel it all. Is it this one? And I get the sense that it might have been a little bit difficult this year for you because of that. It looks like there is something that has recently caught your attention, something you feel quite passionate about, you'd like to go after. There's so much passion here, so much fire. You may be a Cancer that has strong fire placements in your chart, or you may be involved with somebody who is a fire sign or has a lot of fire in their chart. It looks like there's a positive outcome here, and you will be victorious in some way. You will be acknowledged, but there's a lot of burden involved in this connection or this pursuit. So if it's a relationship, you know, the passion is not in question, but the passion is also kind of heavy to bear sometimes. It's a bit of a burden to carry this intensity, this much fire. And if it's a connection that is more about a project, like an artist or some sort of creation, something is being brought into this world, and you're not the only one involved, but you're carrying most of the weight here. And it's making it hard for you to see what's right for you. If you look at that Ten of Wands card, you know, she's got it all. She's carrying it. She's making it. But she's in a very awkward position. She can't really see very clearly. I guess there's a question coming to mind that, you know, when this began, it was something that was very fulfilling because it sparked that fire in you and made you feel amazing and alive. And then it became a bit of a burden. You are on a path to be acknowledged, but what I'm hearing kind of on the back of this is it worth it? Is it worth it? So let's see if we can get some clarification here for Cancer. Is it worth it? Is whatever this is that makes you feel so on fire worth continuing to carry that weight and to be a little bit blinded by, sort of all consumed by it? So it's definitely a partnership. The Lover's card coming out. This can be speaking to an intimate connection or not, but it is someone you're very linked with. And there is a sense that you still have hope. You still have hope in the future. You still have hope of an illumination, you know, a real kind of almost epiphany or enlightened state coming from all the work that you're doing now. I'm not quite sure what that means, but that's how it's coming through. And your success, your public acknowledgement, it is coming, but it's quite slow. You know, what you've been working toward and the rewards that you are longing for, dreaming of, they're there. They are there. They are coming. But it's, I guess, a question of how long you're willing to keep carrying all of that and believing in the possibility, because it could be a long time before it reaches you. If it's something that feels like it's worth being in for the long haul, I would say this would be a positive reading for you. Maybe find a different way to carry those 10 wands so that you don't burn yourself out getting where you want to go. I think that's what I have for you, Cancer. Let's take a look now at Leo. And we'll call it 5033. For Leo? What do we got for Leo for the new moon? For Mars direct, for the return of our energy. What do we got for Leo? Just 10 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Wow. All right. Well, quite the mix here. Always intense with a Leo, I suppose. 6 of Swords. You're moving on from some drama, or you want to anyway. Somebody's helping you with that. Someone has to help you with that. It's not something you can do on your own. But somebody needs to come in and help you out of a situation that is draining you, that is too dramatic. And you just need the rest of moving to a calmer space. This King of Pentacles energy, this is quite a confident person, able to ensure their material comfort. I kind of get the sense this isn't you. This is someone, maybe the person that's helping you out of the 6 of Swords, maybe the person that's coming in and moving you out of a situation that is problematic and draining. But this King of Pentacles can be larger than life in a way. Very confident. Could be somebody with a job offer for you. Be somebody who has a loan for you. Somebody who is willing to take a chance on you and invest in you. And although the 10 of Swords looks awful, it looks terrible, it's actually, in my view, a pretty positive card, because it means that whatever has been just hurting you over and over again, whatever it is that has been really not fitting you for a long time now, that you've kept trying to fit into, you're shedding it now. You're letting it go. You are accepting that you are not the person you used to be, and that you don't need to apologize for that. That you are now moving on, and you're ready to let a part of how you have identified yourself in the past go. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Let's take a look and see if we have clarifying cards for Leo. 6 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Clarifying cards for Leo. Not feeling that. Let's give him another shot. What do we got for Leo? Clarifying cards for Leo. Spirit, any clarifying cards for Leo for the new moon? Alright. The Fool. 3 of Cups in reverse. Knight of Wands. The Fool is beautiful with this 10 of Swords. The Fool is taking a leap of faith into a new beginning. Fresh energy, fresh start, do-over. But not losing all the wisdom that you have already, but having faith again that where your feet lead you is where you're meant to be. And there's huge opportunity in your life. And that may not be something you felt for a while. You may have felt like, you know, you've had your run and it is what it is and I missed it. And that's not at all what's true. What's true is you have a fresh start here, a possibility for a fresh start. This Three of Cups in reverse, I'm sorry to say, but what's coming through for me is that people you thought were friends aren't really. That there are some people that have been good time friends, party friends. You know, they're always there to celebrate when the wine is flowing, but they're not there for you now. Some of that may come to light between now and the end of the year, I think. That there are folks that you really, truly felt were friends, but it's becoming more obvious that they don't see your connection at the same depth that you do. And I think although that may be temporarily painful, it's actually okay because you have this fresh new start, and it might be time to stop giving so much of your energy away to caring about other people who don't care on the same level about you. They're more surface and you're looking for depth. And I think that this is this new beginning that you're moving into, this shedding of the Ten of Swords. It's a perfect time to kind of say, okay, you know, I wish them no ill, but I don't need to keep energetically sending out that thread to them. The Knight of Wands on the Six of Wands. Sorry, Six of Swords. The Knight of Wands, to me, it feels like some passionate new idea or project or interesting person is coming into your life, and it's really sparking your creativity, and it's making it easier for you to step away from the drama that you've been involved in. And now that could be the same person, you know, this person who's helping you, coming and helping you out of this situation. It could be this curious individual who catches your attention and makes you feel alive and creative and inspired. Or it could be somebody else. It could be a part of you that is just waking up because you're being freed of putting so much energy into the drama or into the friends who aren't giving you energy back. There's really a feeling here, Leo, of reclaiming. You know, if you've never looked into this concept of soul retrieval, maybe check that out, because it really kind of has that feeling to it that you are now moving into this stage of your life where you take back your power and you start fresh. And it's really kind of, you know, not necessarily easy at first. Between now and the end of the year, it could get very challenging. But there is this light at the end of the tunnel with all of it, and you come out of it in a much better place, having the confidence that you deserve to have and having the energy back that you've been giving to everyone else. Let's take a look now at Virgo. Give these cards a shuffle. We'll say Virgo is 5821. Virgo, what do we have for you? How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm really a little out of touch with so many of my signs because I have not had time to read, nor have I had really the energetic or the spiritual support for that. But let's see what we have for you. This one jumping right out. Death card. An ending that leads to a new beginning. There's something that is ending. It needs to end so that your new beginning can come. The Tower, my goodness. Big shifts going on for you. All right, so something is happening externally that is leading to an ending. That is kind of shaking the bedrock of your day-to-day life. Something out of your control. Not a bad thing. I know it always looks bad. I know people freak out about the Tower and the Death card, but they're not bad cards. No card is bad. They are opportunities. Where things are not working, you have the chance to shift. You have the chance to start fresh. And the Page of Wands is a beautiful energy to come out with those two cards, I think, because it's telling me that there is a spark. There's an interest. There's a new thing that's caught your eye, a new idea, a new person, a new project. Something has you feeling that inspiration and that spark inside that you haven't in a while. And maybe that spark is what is making you feel like whatever this tower moment is that's coming, this shift, whatever it is, maybe you don't go back to the way it always was. Maybe you give yourself a chance to try something new. Six of Pentacles, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. So, super interesting here. Generosity, you know, giving, having enough to share. And I get the sense you are someone who definitely does share. That gets a little easier now for you because you have a little bit more to share. And certainly there are lots of people that need help right now. So I don't think you'll be at a loss for finding someone to share with. But there is going to be enough to go around. Then you have these two. The King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Very interesting. Now, some of you may be in relationships already, and I'm not trying to start trouble, but these two are really coming out to me as two people, two strong masculine energies. One is very steady, very confident and financially secure, very much, you know, in a position to help out, but is also kind of set in their ways. They have a way that they live and the way that they exist, and they have, you know, sort of their way. And if you can fit into their way, you could have a very comfortable life, because they would be quite happy to help you and take care of you. King of Wands energy coming through there, a masculine, very, very masculine, very virile, very strong and passionate, and probably an awful lot of fun, to be honest, but maybe not quite as stable as the king. And now this could be one of two things, okay? You take it the way it resonates for you, and if neither resonates for you, it's just not, it's not your reading that I'm picking up on. What I sense is this could be two people that are coming into your life now, or are already in your life, and you're trying to decide, you know, if you're dating two people, or if you're married to one of them but you're in lust with the other one. Who knows? But it could be two people that are currently possibilities for you as a partner. What is coming more strongly in for me is that these are two types of people that you are attracted to. Two types of people. And part of what is happening now with this new Page of Wands energy that has been sparked, someone has sparked your interest, is that you're trying to understand yourself before this goes much further, to see which one matters more to you. Do you want the stable person, or do you want the fiery person? And what are the pros and cons? And kind of considering who it is exactly that you want. You know you want to be with someone, but you aren't really clear, because in the past you've had this King of Pentacles energy and you've had the King of Wands energy, and there are pluses and minuses to each of them, and which one, you know, I say I want to be with somebody, but what do I actually want? And I think that's stronger here for me in this reading, is that kind of energy of self-inquiry. But I won't rule out that it's people, because it could very well be for some of you. Let's take a look at Libra, our last sign for the night. And I hope that I will be able to get back to reading a little bit more frequently and doing separate videos for separate signs, but that really does take a lot of time. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, my work as a lawyer takes me all kinds of places. this time of year, it's keeping me super busy, and I don't have a lot of time to record, so it could be the new year before I'm able to really sit down and start doing regular recordings again. Let's see, we'll call Libra at 10505. And let's see what we have for you, Libra. Knight of Swords. Six of Swords. Libra, Libra, Libra. Page of Swords. Swords, swords, swords. Who's all up in their head right now? Somebody's doing a lot of thinking. A lot of thinking. Trying to figure it out. Trying to sort it out. Page of Swords, Six of Swords, Knight of Swords. You've got just a general curiosity and trying to understand things. You're exploring. You are trying to find the truth, and it is really difficult. So you're trying to come at it with like a beginner mind, like they say in meditation, you know, in I think Zen Buddhism, if I'm correct on that. Trying to just peel away all of your conceptions, your preconceived notions, and see things with fresh eyes, because you really want to understand. You want to know what the truth is, and it's become very difficult to find it. However, you do feel like it's time to move out of some drama into calmer waters. It's been quite a burden on you. There's been a lot of wounds, I can see, and somebody needs to come in and help you with this. It looks like it's not just you. There's someone helping you. It could be a friend, a family member, it could be a therapist, it could be moving people, I don't know, but someone's helping you move out of a drama fest into something a little bit more calm. And that Knight of Swords that's coming in here, it's like someone's bringing you the truth. Someone's bringing you the truth you need to definitively make your choice about whatever it is that you're all up in your head about. So let's see if we can get some clarifying cards for you, Libra. See if there's any further. So maybe for some of you this is obvious already what it's about. To me as a reader, I don't know. There's some drama. You're ready to get out of it. It's maybe a little hard to get out of it on your own. You're trying to find some truth, and someone is bringing it to you. So that could be about a relationship, obviously. It could be about work. It could be, you know, a professional thing where you're trying to get something done at work and it's just not clear and you don't know what to do, or you're trying to decide whether you should stay or go from a job, maybe. Let's get some more clarifying cards here for you. All right. So, it feels like that, no, fate, the divine, is working in your favor. And it's trying to, it's trying to let you see with this Wheel of Fortune card, which is really beautiful. The Linestrider deck has such gorgeous art anyway, but the Wheel of Fortune is saying that things are moving in a positive direction. So even if you're not able to find all of the truth that you're longing for, there is the sense that you're finding what you need. You're finding what you need so that you can move on. And that King of Cups, this is someone who's really, really mastered their emotions. Where you may have felt really intense feelings in the past and it overwhelmed you, or it kind of shut you down and you didn't really know how to deal with it. Your experience has gotten you to a place now where you are a little more in control of how you react to other people and their emotions, and understanding that, you know, emotions are like weather for you, and that your soul and your spirit are the sky, and those emotions are going to pass through you, and it's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. That Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Swords, as I said, you know, you're getting the information you need now. and you don't need to be so stuck in your mind and your head. You see we have the cups coming in, the wands, emotion, passion, things coming in to balance out all that thinking and overthinking that's been going on. Page of Wands is a spark of new inspiration, feeling like your creativity is coming back to you, feeling inspired by life again. And I think that's really beautiful. I think it's so crazy how this card looks black and white down here, because it's not black and white. Something about the lighting, but chrysanthemums are really jumping out at me. There may be something like a Japanese cultural aspect to something that's going on. I don't know. The chrysanthemums are very commonly seen in Japanese culture. They're blue. I don't know if there are actually blue chrysanthemums in nature, but anyway, that's what I have for you, Libra. I think there's an awful lot of overthinking going on, but I think that things are starting to move now. You're starting to get the truth you need. You're starting to understand it. You're starting to get the help you need to move out of some drama. It looks positive to me. It really does. So I think this new moon energy, Mars going direct, I think it is very, very good for you. And you'll start to see some forward motion. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Anyone who's stuck with me for the entire video, bless you. It's really nice to be able to read for you again. If you aren't subscribed yet already, please consider doing so. Normally there is a lot more content than there has been recently, and there will be again. If you like the video, please give it, give it a like or share or subscribe to the channel. And if you had any comments, I would love to see them in the comment section. Feedback is always appreciated. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing this time. I wish you a wonderful new moon. Blessings.